PWCC is a great way to sell your sports cards. If you're looking for a way to support the Cajun Cardboard YouTube channel, consider using the promo code CAJUN, all caps, C-A-J-U-N, when you're selling your cards on the PWCC marketplace. Hey guys, Brian with Cajun Cardboard coming at you from the great state of Louisiana with mail day number 136, and this is going to be lickety-split, quick as it gets. Only 3 cards, all 3 Jordans, all 3 PSA 10s, all 3 have a place in my collection, so I'm really excited about all 3. There's no babies in here. Well, maybe, I don't know. You could argue that. But we're going to knock these out super quick. Only a 3-card mail day. Hopefully you guys enjoy it. You're looking at about 10 minutes, so buckle up and enjoy the ride. As always, we're sharing from my PWCC Vault, and as has come to be the case quite often is I'm going to start with the best and work my way down. I don't know, that's just the order it's going in today. I should probably go the other direction and put more thought into this, but I didn't, and so we'll start with the biggest and the baddest and the best of the 3 pickups from this week's mail day number 136. It's the 1996 Bowman's Best Shots Michael Jordan Atomic Refractor. And again, you know, refractors, but specifically atomic refractors, it is just impossible to share with you the beauty of an atomic refractor with a 2D image. And so this is a crystal clear, high definition 2D image that basically just makes it look like a titanium, right? Like a pure acetate card taken with a white background. But the atomics are very different, I assure you. This is, I've always tried to be truthful about vaulting your cards. I vault my Jordan collection, the whole thing. I have to. For lots of different reasons, which I've discussed ad nauseum on this channel, but this is unquestionably one of the downsides of vaulting, is that no matter how much technology my folks at PWCC have, no matter how much time and energy they want to put into it, you cannot capture the beauty and the purpose behind any of the atomic refractors with a 2D image. You just can't do it. You've got to put it in a video, or you've got to hold it in your damn hands. And so this is one of the admitted downsides of vaulting. But this Bowman's Best Shots Atomic Refractor is a big pickup for me. And let me just show you kind of where it fits into my collection. Again, you can kind of see through, even on the front of the card, the narrative on the back. You can kind of see it in those beams that are going back and forth. If you had this card in hand, it would be dazzling. But like I said, you can't do it with a 2D image. But this PSA 10 is a big boy. Here is my Bowman's Best Shots family, as I call it. I do have the regular refractor. Again, you can't even tell it's a refractor. It looks like a very dull, boring base card to me, but it is the refractor, and it is a BGS 9.5, which you guys know I am absolutely fine with that grade, especially this type, which is a minimum gem. That's where you get the best bang for your buck on gem mint cards in Jordan insert and parallel collecting, in my personal opinion. But there is a time and a place where it's the right thing to reach for a PSA 10, and each person's different and collects differently, and maybe neither the 9.5 nor the 10 interests you because you want to amass as many Jordans as possible. Or maybe you just touch the raw stuff, and that's fine too. But happy to have this refractors, the refractor 9.5. I have got the atomic refractor in an 8. That was my placeholder, and so now this Atomic 8 will be for sale. I'm going to put it in a future PWCC weekly auction. By the time you watch this video, it will probably already have sold in one of those PWCC weekly auctions. So just keep in mind, sometimes I'm recording videos far into the future because I don't have open slots, because I am trying my ass off to be the most consistent basketball card content creator on social media, on YouTube, on Instagram, etc., etc. I'm trying to be as consistent as possible, and I think there's value to that. So here's what that, this is actually a better indication of what an atomic refractor looks like, as you can see that refractive grid in the background on this PSA 8 copy. This is the same card as the PSA 10, but if you look at them, it doesn't look anything the same. It doesn't even look like the same card. It's exactly the same card. It's just a different grade. It just doesn't look the same because it depends on the lighting and the texture in the background when the picture's taken and the camera that was used to take the picture. Anyway, So that's my family. That 8 will be for sale. I've got a lot of cards running in these PWCC weeklies. I'm selling a lot of cards here locally to bulk buyers in town as well. Card number 1 on the list is this Atomic Refractor. All right, that's the big one. No, it's only downhill from here, but this is another cool one. It's a really cool one. I love this card. And I actually went backwards, ass backwards, or bass backwards, as they say. And I picked up the Gold Medallion Double Trouble PSA 10 before I picked up the base Double Trouble PSA 10. But I was happy to win this base Double Trouble PSA 10. I think I won this in a PWCC weekly auction, if I'm not mistaken. But here is the pairing. This is the pairing that I get excited about. There's the Gold Medallion PSA 10, and you can see the Gold Medallion sticker up here in the top right. And then here's the card that we picked up today, where, as you can see, you just see the 95-96 Fleer Ultra up there in the top right and no Gold Medallion stamp. But now I've got the 10 and the 10, so I can put those to bed. Like the Atomic Refractor, like every single playing year Atomic Jordan is in the Cajun Cardboard Michael Jordan hierarchy. This Double Trouble is also in the Cajun Cardboard Michael Jordan hierarchy. And it's a great looking card, and it is really tough to gem because it's red everywhere. There's no white. You can't get a free pass on your corners or edges because there's white borders or anything like that. This is tougher, man. It's a paper card for sure, and it is red everywhere. And even the PSA 10s show a little bit of whiting on the edges and corners, and that's just the way it's going to be, right? Because it's just tough to keep those cards in great condition. Because, by the way, I don't know if you know this, 1995, God help me, was 28 years ago, almost 3 full decades ago. This card is an antique by definition, I'm pretty sure. Anyway, that's card number 2. And then the last card is going to be this little guy right here, which a lot of people may not know about. It looks like a little subset card. And to be honest with you, I thought it was a subset card. I thought it was just one of those cards in the 1993 Fleer set that didn't quite look like the base card, but wasn't a true insert. Well, actually, it is a true insert. It doesn't appear in the Cajun Cardboard Michael Jordan hierarchy as a matter of attrition and just having to limit the scope of the hierarchy project. I had to cut out a lot of cards just like this. This is a card in PSA 10 that I picked up, if I recall, for $156. So you're basically looking at almost the exact same price as a Jordan base card from the early to mid 90s in a PSA 10. But this is an insert card, and if we look at the pop report, there's a lot of them. It's not a rare insert, right? This came often. I think it was 1 in every 2 packs or something like that. You would get one of these, and I think it's a what? Here, I've got it pulled up on Trading Card Database. As you can see, it's a 20 card insert set, but it looks like it was issued in Series 2 wax packs. So not a rare insert, but an insert nonetheless. And like I said, there's 454 gems out there. It actually grades pretty well with both PSA and BGS, 27.4 and 31.9. But I needed it. I didn't have it. It's an insert. You guys know I collect parallels, inserts, base, etc. I collect all that stuff from the 90s. And it's a neat looking card. A couple of images of Jordan in the background here. And then, of course, Jordan shooting his picture-perfect jump shot with the ball just being released in the foreground. And then on the back, you know, you've got a picture of Intense Jordan on there. And then a much like Rocky Marciano and Jim Brown narrative is how it begins. But this is card number 7 out of 20 here in this base set. He fits nicely in between Pat Ewing and the Rain Man, Sean Kemp. And this little insert can be had for $156. These are the types of inserts that I tell people, like, again, it's not in the hierarchy project. That's great. That's subjective. It's just a project that I put together with the input from a bunch of different people. You know, it could be argued that it belongs in there. It could be, you know, argued we need to do another hierarchy project and expand it to 500 cards. I don't know. There's all kinds of, you know, everybody's got their own opinion on that stuff. And then some people just don't give a shit about the project at all because it's just one dude's, you know, collection of opinions of others that's been put into, you know, put into a list, right? Everybody's got their own way of collecting, and I never intended the hierarchy project to be a guide on how to collect. It's really more just a buffet. Well, it is a guide, but it's like a buffet, right? Just to give you a visual representation of what can be had, what is out there, and then you can take it and expand on it. You can even narrow it, you know, in a million different ways to kind of suit your collecting needs and your collecting budget. But this 93 Fleer NBA Superstars PSA 10 is card number 3 in the in mail day number 136. I can't believe it's 136 mail days. That's a lot of buying, right? So just to kind of recap, we got the 96 Best Shots Atomic Refractor 10, which will replace that PSA 8 placeholder. We've got the Ultra Double Trouble that can now pair with my Gold Medallion PSA 10. So both of those in PSA 10, I can totally put the Double Trouble to bed. And then the 93 Fleer NBA Superstars, Michael Jordan in a PSA 10. And look, just to give you guys an idea, let me just plug this in real quick. I just want to show you, like, that Double Trouble was probably a pretty big card. I can't type. Double Trouble Jordan in a PSA 9. That's a 50 bucks. It's a $50 card. The Gold Medallion's 175, but it's a 50, 50, 66, 49, 70, 60, $59 card. If you wanted to pick up that Michael Jordan Double Trouble in a PSA 9, you're looking at $50. Tell me that Jordan is just too expensive and you can't collect it, right? There's no way. I mean, there's too many opportunities out there to spend 20, 30, 50, 60 bucks on inserts and parallels. And look, that doesn't even say, here's the deal. How about this? How about just minus PSA minus BGS? Look how much a raw copy is going to set you back. Oh, wow. $10, $6, $7, $20, $14, $5. Just depends on the condition, right? Because there's people out there that are, angling for the buy raw grade flip stuff or buy raw grade collect stuff. So it can be done. It's being done. There are millions of zillions of people out there collecting Michael Jordan cards in a budget and putting them in 3x3, slick binder pages, which I think is freaking awesome because that's how I started in the hobby way back in 1980, whatever, pick the year. Collecting baseball cards. So anyway, short little mail day. I got a little off track. Sorry, I'm gonna go over the 10-minute mark. Amazing. I can only I can take more than 10 minutes to talk about 3 cards. Anyway, thank you guys for watching. As always, keep collecting, stay positive in the hobby. I hope you're having a great weekend, and peace.